Right, here we are, lads, back on the battlefields, Battle for Middle-earth 2. And in this one, we have a very, well, I was going to say very quick, but I don't think it was particularly quick. A free-for-all, 4-player on Harad. So here we, I don't think we went random, but here I am, Jimbo, Isengard, customary. And down here, we got Carl, who also likes being Isengard with the double barracks. Fair enough, he wants those troops out straight away. And over here, being brought into the shit mixer with all of us, is Vaz, who's still new to the game. Vaz, don't need to have another builder just yet. Just make sure you concentrate on getting troops out. Troops, 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 troops. Right. And then over here we have Ed's first time playing. I would say that Ed is one of the oldest players of the game, but seeing as he doesn't take it seriously, I can still call him a noob. So here we go. Ed's getting out of the Guardians, so he knows what he's doing. You know, it's like riding a bike for Ed. He wants his men a Dale. Getting these here, this is good. He's going after the creep, and Ed is playing well. For a noob, Ed is playing well. This is great play. Okay. So I've got Lurtzy Boy over here. I'd probably say like one faction that Isengard certainly does struggle with is men, but I would also say they struggle with dwarves early and mid game. I think it's only when Isengard get loads and loads of money and they start sprawling throughout the map that they can have a bit of speed that I think they actually start beating dwarves. But hi ho. But down here, I would say elves are definitely more than a match for dwarves. I find that if you bring out Haldir and a shitload of these archers and you just park them outside of some of these guys right here, some of the barracks and shit like that, you might not be able to destroy the buildings, but every battle you'll win. So I would say elves versus dwarves. Elves are very good. Okay, so he's coming down. He wants the inn. He wants that inn. And I want the creep. So, fair enough. Right, and he's over here getting this. So it's all working out. It's all working out according to a plan. Now, Carl is well entrenched. He's got his troops. He's not going to get sucker punched or anything like that. Vaz is over here, but he needs more troops. Vaz, you need more troops. Whatever your command, what are your command points? So mine are 220 out of 550, so I'm slowly getting more troops out. Vaz 100 to 500. So you need to make sure that this is the maximum. If this is maximum, you got 500, but make sure this number is equal to that number. So keep it around here. So 500 out of 500. So you can see here, Carl, 285 or 350. Oh, bloody hell, that's a bit low there, Carl. You've been concentrating so much on troops, you ain't got any bloody furnaces. And Ed's 450. And that looked like a Palantir. I think that might be my Palantir. Ed bringing out the troops. He's got Menadale. And his Menadale are certainly far better than anything Isengard have got. But are the Menadale better than the Lorien Archers, I wonder? That is a good question. I would like to know the answer to that. Ridgeon Forge, a bit too early for that, Baz. Make sure you get your troops out first, because this is nowhere near enough to basically go after. If Ed went after you here, Ed would basically make a very light work of it, and Ed, this is bloody expensive, like to come out with this so early on. Very, very expensive. Okay, now he's got the Murderer Crows, so he sees my troops. I believe so. I do not have the Murderer Crows, so Carl is definitely playing it very, very cautiously. He's making sure he doesn't get done in here. He doesn't want to get done in. Now, I don't know if Ed knows that I am next to him, because I think if Ed definitely knows that I'm next to him, he's probably going to go for me big time. So, alright. It's a big clusterfuck here. You probably want to space these out a little bit, Vaz, because sometimes you can have the certain power points that destroy things in a circle like that, and that just means that they can destroy more buildings within that circle. Right. So I'm sort of anticipating more of an attack from Carl than anything. I have me Murderer Crows here. But I think Carl is certainly playing it a little bit more cautiously. He knows that Vaz is to his side here. And I don't want to see these walls no more, Vaz. These walls are blocked, they're cancelled. It's over. It's over. No more of these things, because I swear to God, if you spent all of that money on troops instead of walls, I think you'd find yourself in a far better position to dictate terms. Star Trek 6, there we go. Alright. So we've got quite a force here. And this is very, very cautious from old Carlo here. Very, very cautious. Now, I really didn't need this at this time, I must admit, because I was just starting to bloody make some fucking towers. So I spent a couple of grand on these towers. I would have loved to have had Saruman out, because I would have preferred to have had Saruman out to be able to deal with all of this here. So Ed's playing it well. He's got his Guardians, Pikeys, and Guardians. So he's got two of each. He's got two of each. This is good. And now Carl, I believe that was his. That must have been his. Yeah, it was his. So Carl has basically done a Palantir just at the right moment there. And do you go in at the same time if you're Carl, or do you just wait a moment? I think Guardians against the Pikeys, these archers are doing literally fuck all. I need to make sure I get rid of these demolishers. And I think if I had I put the bats on him as well to reduce the armor, to put the carnage on him. Got more guys coming out. Come on, get out over here. And I think that just goes to show that, like, dwarves and Lurtz has bit the bullet. He's bitten that bullet, even though he had the carnage. And it probably doesn't want to lose Gloin over here just yet. And I start taking out these guys first, so that Gloin is alone by himself. And I think Carl has thought to himself, right, if Jimbo is being attacked by Ed, then maybe I should go left. Fair enough, fair enough. Oh, he's got to he's got to run over these archers. Oh, he did his best. He did his best. That's not too bad, Vaz. That is not too bad. And he's already coming out with the expensive Mirkwoods. Fucking hell, where'd you get the money for that? He must have loaned the money out or something. Right, and Gloin, Jesus Christ, how much health has this fucker got? 2,800 and a ton of armor. Right, so this is it. Now the question is Ed just going to sit back, or is he going to go again? And the question is, well, actually the answer is obviously that yes, you should go again. Straight away, and just keep that supply like going. Don't give the person any respite whatsoever. So I decided to take out, bring out some wargs. It's always good to have a little bit of speed, and certainly try and cripple Ed by taking out his mines. Because I think when you're a faction that's got cavalry, you can easily do that. And it looks as though Carl is going back to his base to lick his wounds. Fuck knows how, because Vaz has hardly got any troops whatsoever, so Vaz must be doing something alright. Yep. This is way too close. Way too close. Get those troops out. Get those troops out. That's fine. He's got Haldir, and Haldir is giving plus 50% damage. So that means everybody who's around him, Vaz, is doing plus 50% more. Now battle is joined again. Now I'm trying to get this tower line up here, but Ed spots it, and he does a great job here, and he stops me from doing it. Because if I could put half a dozen towers up here and put archers in it, and the wargs going in, they're getting stuck in. Now that is good play. Did have the demolisher, did the right thing. Now that's Carl doing another Palantir over there to check on what the fuck is going on. And he's getting the zapper. That's a good idea. So I start chopping him here. So I don't know. What's everyone's command points? Mine 800. Baz 800. Carl 700. And Ed is 650. I didn't realise I left some money there. That is shit. Okay. So yeah, Ed came out with the troops certainly a lot quicker. A lot quicker. I've got to spot this demolisher. And he gets the money. The cheek. The cheek of Ed is off the fucking scales here. Right, so I'm chopping out various mines here and there. Need to get involved. Probably should have transitioned a little bit more to more swordsmen, I think, as opposed to just pikeys. Does it say what they do? No, it doesn't say the damage. Because they are very good, and certainly the 3,800 health. Alright, get the demolisher. That's one thing I needed. I'm still trying to put this tower up, even though I do have zips in the wire over here. These wargs are certainly taking their time destroying this stuff. 2,700 health. Now I wonder how much does a furnace have? 1,780. What about a tree? 1,740. Fucking hell, the bloody dwarven mines are like little bloody tanks. Okay. So I've got 875. Baz got 750. Carl 800. And Ed has got 700. So it's still going up. Maybe some of his mines are probably going from level 1 to level 2. And certainly dealing a lot better. So not too bad. Not too bad. So I thought that was something to sort of keep him occupied a little bit there whilst I sort of try and chop these things down. And Carl is going in here. He's getting stuck in. Oh, it's berserkers. Now, Baz, this is one thing you've got to be very careful of, is these little fuckers right here. These little wank stains will do you in, but he's done the right thing. He's done the right bloody thing. You sent in the horses there to be able to deal with it, and that is the bane of the old berserkers. But he's managed to veer around it. I don't think he spotted them. I don't think he spotted them. Now Ed is determined to make sure that these things don't go down. He's got Gloin helping him here, and I've got more wargs trying to chop him down here and here. Bleed Ed as much as possible. Oh god, Baz has got 0 out of 700, but he's got plenty of money. Carl 875, and Ed is down to 500 command points, and he's sitting on a load of money, but he can't produce anything. So it is doing the business, but Ed seems to be winning these little battles here. There seem to have been, yeah, Ed's coming back a little bit here. Baz is still in this game somehow. I'm still producing. Oh, I should have been getting these troops out a lot quicker. That's terrible play. That is terrible play. And Ed is bringing up his troops up here to try and stop me from going after all of his mines. Yes, this was piss poor from me. I should have done that a lot sooner. Made things a lot worse for myself by doing that. And that is also bad play as well. That's bad play. Sent these wargs too close to the fortress. And Saruman is out, but I think he needs a hell of a lot more assistance than that. He needs a lot more troops. And Carl is eyeing this one up, I think. Quick Palantir here. Because I think me and Ed have basically attacked each other into, well, I wouldn't even say we're into mid-game really. I'd say we're just on the end of early game. And there we go, Saruman doing his bits. And that is the strength of Saruman. He might not do much damage against Gloin, but he does have the knockback. He has to be very careful here. So I've got more and more troops coming out. And Ed is bizarrely got some troops over here. Is he building his oh no. I still got some money. Carl's doing fine. 995 out of 875, not too bad. And Ed's only got 450. He's only got 450. He's not got a lot of money coming in. And I think this was it. I think this was my chance to really do something. And that is a Palantir right there from Carl. That is a Palantir there from Carl. And I think he's going to put Vaz out. Now I think this is where I really blew it here, to be fair. I sort of thought I got a bit lippy and I thought I could perhaps go in there, but I wanted to take out his mine. And then I thought I could take out some other stuff. But I got way too close. And I really shouldn't have played like that. And now Gloin is level 10. And that is good play. That is good play from Ed. That is really good play, because that was a pretty badass force that I had that would have done quite a lot of damage. And Ed was just, fortunately for him, he had the level 10 Shatter Hammer to be able to counter it. So that's good play. And I think Saruman's going to go. Saruman's gone. I have to, yep, I've already got troops coming back. So I should have had siege works though. And Carl's certainly taking his time over here. He seems to be going over to the right. No, he's not. Ed, you got some troops here. You got some troops. And these wardmen, they're going to be able to take out his level 2. Yeah, he's taking it out. Taking it out. That's what I mean. Slowly chopping Ed down. Slowly chopping him down. Ed has been able to like fend off that assault, but he has lost his ability to create more of these. But now this is the opportune time, I think, for Carl to get stuck in. This is a perfect time. A little bit too late to be able to come out the siege works. And also start getting the upgrades. Saruman back out. Now what's Vaz doing? Vaz is over here. The hell was that? Oh. No, he's got his fortress. He's still in this. And Carl chose the right time, and there is basically nothing I can do about that. That force there, nothing. That is way too strong a force. Ballistas, fully upgraded soldiers. Yeah, nothing you can do with that against that. What the hell happens when you go up against fully upgraded soldiers? I mean, it's just not a nice position to be in. I don't even think he needed to target these towers, to be honest, Carl. I don't even. You could have just walked right past it; it wouldn't have done anything. Right, so I send the old cav. Army alerts is gone. Saruman's gone. Everything's gone. It's looking shit. It sucks to be me right now. I'm doing my best to try and get these little wank stains. At least I'm able to get a couple of them. But there are zips in the wire, and there's not much you can do about it now. These berserkers. Oof, it's a good thing I had cavalry there, but I don't think I did a very good job with it. Oh, and these Carl's playing it well, protecting the berserkers by putting them by the pikeys. Very good play. Very, very good play. Yeah, this is a world of hurt. This is where it's coming in. This is where it's painful. Carl was able to build up pretty well. Now, I've done the zapper. I've done the zapper right on my own fortress. I think it did get a couple of them, but not enough to make a difference. Unlucky. Unlucky. Right. Ed is over here now. I guess Ed can't see what the hell's going on, so he's coming in thinking that yeah, I'll go in again. I'm going to attack you, eh? But little does he realise that the damage was done, but not by him. But to be fair, sometimes you need a bit of luck in this game to be able to get you by. So, right, and Ed wants to make sure that I'm out of this game. Bit by bit. Baz, don't just sit there, lads. Don't just sit there. Please don't just sit there. Try and do something. Have a plan. Go and attack someone. Go and do something. Alright. Now it's a fight between Ed. I don't know if Ed suddenly realizes what was going on in my base and he's thinking, oh shit. Now Ed brings out the old men of Dale. And Carl brings out the Wildmen to be able to counter them. And this has turned into a real fight between Ed and Carl now. And Ed's trying to escape these demolishers up here. And I'm doing my best to try and keep these guys. Look at this little pocket right here that I'm keeping them in. Building them everywhere. Even up here. Even down here, everywhere. And Carl's going in. And Ed really didn't want this. He really did not want this. Has he got Gloin? Have you got Gloin? Because if you had Gloin, you could do the Shatterhammer again. Yeah, he's got it! He's got it! Ed, you got Gloin! He's right there! Get him involved! What are you looking at? Fucking hell, what have you got, Ed? A water pistol? Go and attack him! Right, he's got hobbits. Right, hobbits are decent in this game. They should be able to deal with it. He's done rebuild. He's going to be able to get these things. So he's saved for the moment. This is a good counter-attack. Albeit a bit fucking late, but finally Ed's, stopped picking his nose and gets his hand out of his pants and then starts playing the game properly. Right, and there's the Shatterhammer, which dealt me a fucking vicious blow in the last one. Now a lot of these fuckers are starting to get back up, but he's been able to cripple his force, and Carl is going to have to whimper back to his base. So Ed has finally been able to stop picking his nose and defend his base properly, and he did well. He did well. Just needs to get rid of this little wanker, and he's done. Now Vaz is starting to get stuck in. Now this is where, lads, you got to start thinking. You got to start thinking who is top dog in the game. Who is top dog in the game? You got to be able to see, right, well, somebody else is maybe mid-game, maybe they've lost their fortress or something, and then there's one person who's basically dominating everything. I never understand why everyone doesn't just gang up on the person who is dominating everything and just go for them. Vaz can definitely see because he's got this. I am clearly out of the game. I've lost my base. Ed knows that, and he knows that Carl has done it. So that, and Carl's got loads of upgrades. So therefore, Carl must be top dog. So just go for the whoever's top dog. Right, here we go. So I still got some money in. I'm trying my best to sort of stay in this game a little bit, as much as I possibly can. He's got Gloin over here. And I got me Berserkers to try and take care of him. And Berserkers against heroes. And now I've got 3 Berserkers. Oh, he's done heal. He needed it. He needed it. He was going to go. Oh, that's brilliant. Ed was lucky there. He didn't want to lose a level 10 Gloin. Oh, he's very lucky. Very lucky. He's paying attention. And Carl's determined to put me out of the game. He knows he must stop me. He doesn't want me doing some random berserkers at him, because that's exactly what I was planning to do, Carl. That's all I had. I thought, how the hell are you supposed to get back into this game when this has happened to you? But I think Ed has sort of been under pressure the entire game. So, you know, what exactly are you supposed to do when you work yourself into a corner? Now, Vaz is down here. Now, he's had plenty of time, Vaz. But to be fair, because Vaz is still new to the game, what exactly does it mean to try and get back into it? You know, how exactly do you get back into it? Who should you go for? All that sort of thing. But I do want to see a little bit more action here, Vaz, because you're just sitting a load of troops there and they're not doing anything. So you've already blocked. Actually, they're not blocked. They could just come in around the corner here or round here. I know it doesn't look like they can, but believe me, they can. It has to be all the way to like the end. Anyway, it's a cute little base down here. But you do need to get out. You need to start venturing out and seeing what's cracking out there. And Carl has been systematic. Probably a bit too many troops, Carl. I don't think he needed this many troops. But he's got enough coming down here. And Vaz is taking out my stuff. And Ed is taking out whatever buildings I have. I'm trying to build as many as I possibly can. Can Ed see that one in the corner? I don't think he can, you know. I don't think Ed can see that building right up in the top left. That is incredible. Ha! Yeah, I think this is the time to put all these mines in over here, Ed, in my old base. And he's still got a force over there. And Carl seems to be attacking everybody at the moment. He's got to be very careful here. Yeah, Wildman here. Oof. Right now, yep, he's done heal. Very good play, very good play. Now, the archers are not going to do much damage against these things, Baz. So this is where you need to have some, like, swordsmen or some horses. Right, or switch Haldir from bow to sword. Right. And Carl's wandering around the map. Ed is getting serious about my position up here in the north. He really, really does not want me to be here. And probably me being here is annoying Ed to the point where he can't concentrate on doing anything else. God, this is really pigeonholing yourself in here, I guess, but I think this is the area where you need to create mines for yourself very, very quickly. And he has got, you know, some guys in here. They need to be doing something. Right, and Carl's sort of just meandering around the map at his leisure, doing what he wants. These forces are not, they're just going to get annihilated, Baz, against all these guys. And Ed knows he has to put me out as quickly as he possibly can. He has to put me out. There you go, semi-archers over here. Right, now he's determined to put out Baz. Now what's he going to do? He's going to drop a dragon or something like that. Never, never go near pikeys with them. That's it. Try and attack these guys. Or the ballistas. Very, very good. Very, very good play there, Baz. That was a very difficult run to try and do. Just avoid the pikeys. Get the archers or the ballistas at the back. Sometimes it's good to actually have cavalry further away from your main force. So if you've got your main force here, keep cavalry around there. So then these guys here, they can't see it. Right, now Ed's venturing out a little bit, I think. I don't know what he's doing. What you'd really like to do, Ed, is basically send these guys in, but then put like an undermine here, right before your demolishers arrive. So then all of these arrow towers are striking that as opposed to your demolishers. But he has got the zapper, so you know, he would be able to take it out. Right, and this is the difference, Vaz, between having upgrades and no upgrades. So as you can see here, they're just doing ridiculous amounts of damage. Right. Right, Ed's doing the right thing. He's getting his mines. This is good. This is very good. It's unfortunate from Ed's perspective because he can't see what's going on. And he's just getting closer and closer to impending doom. I think if I was Ed, I'd try and get not only Gloin, but Gimli as well, with a shitload of catapults and Menadale. And then I'd go searching around the map, you know, getting stuck in. And Carl doesn't leave his fortress undefended. He is in there. He's got enough. And he is really stuck in here. This is where you need something like the Sun Flare just to annihilate everyone instantly. And that fortress is going on. And he's tainting the terrain, but there's nothing you can do. Tommy bombs. Tommy bombs. And he has very little he can do. But Vaz is making it difficult. He's not making it too easy. Tainting the terrain, Tommy bombs, Mirkwoods, all that sort of thing. He's doing his best. Fair play. Fair play. That is not easy to do. Not easy to do. And now Ed is going to find himself one-on-one with late game, a player who's late game. Now Ed's trying to do something sneaky here. Now which way is he going to go? How's he going to do it? He's got to hug this right corner over here. I don't know if he's seen it just yet. I don't think he's seen it. But there's a lot of troops here. It's going to be very, very difficult to be able to get round all of that. And Ed obviously can't see what the hell he's walking into. Let's see. Right, that's what Ed can see. Yeah, little did Ed know that he was walking right into all of these. That is unfortunate. That is most unfortunate. Ah. Shit, you know what, Ed? If only you had done that just before you had arrived. Or done the hobbits there. You've got the... No, it doesn't have the undermine. Fuck, that's unfortunate. Right, somehow I am still in this game. I've still got these guys here. I think I've only got this. I don't have any money to speak of. But Ed's got plenty of money and only 366 out of 875. Ay. Oh, don't send him out like that. Don't send him out like that. Ed's got the right idea. He's bringing out loads of barracks. He's upgrading them. He's going to get all the right sort of goodies to go with it. I'd like to see Gimli. I would really like to see Gimli out. Oh, I think that's a bit unnecessary. Voodoo. I'd like to see actually someone use this stuff. Causes enemy units to flee in terror. And he got smoked. Right, so Ed's basically telling Carl to fuck off here. This is a fuck you message. I'm just sending my 2 catapults over here. Fuck you, bad air. But yeah, Carl has a secondary force up here as well. But I got bases all over the place. And I would presume that Carl is probably pretty close. Oh, oh, he missed. Oh, he's got the dragon and he's got double dragon. Double fucking dragon, and Ed did not need this little shitstorm all over his face. Ah! Ah! Oh god. He's got to send this one in, Carl. Here we go. Oh yeah. It's really getting stuck in now. Oh god, look at all these fuckers. It's an absolute nightmare. And there's very little you can do. I like the little oil cast there, Ed. That's very nice. There's very little you can do against double dragon. Even if you have got full of defenses, God knows what like kind of defenses you've got. Oh, Gimli's out, but it's too late. It's too late. And Dane, interesting. What's Dane do again? That's 25% armor, 25% damage, not bad. And yeah, just like that, it turned on a dime. Yeah, when you're... Jesus. Oh, it's working. The oil casks are working again. But I think Carl's just got way too many. Carl, 700. So Ed is, you know, he's cracking skulls. But not enough. It's difficult to beat someone who's late game if you're sort of just getting into mid game. You haven't got enough command points, you haven't got enough money, you haven't got enough power points, you haven't got the upgrades, you haven't got anything. And Ed is out of this game. And I decided to quit because what's the point? So yes, Carl played that very, very well, struck at the right time. Vaz, a little bit more attacking and provoking of Carl, I think. Certainly when you had the chance, because then that means that we could have all defended ourselves a lot better against Carl. Other than him basically just having free reign across the map. But interesting game. Well played, lads. Catch you on the next one.